California Democrat legislators behaving badly, caught on tape, becoming bullies over the LGBT Pride annual resolution. Coming up, we'll share with you that viral clip that's appalling a lot of Californians, but not being covered too much in the mainstream media. Plus, did you know that California LGBT Pride festivals are facing financial ruin this year? Not because people are anti-gay, but because people are fed up with the far left political agenda behind these festivals. Coming up, the truth on LGBT Pride Month in California and the trouble it spells for the far left. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California and a California state legislator. Now, before I get into this topic, I don't want anyone to accuse me of being homophobic or anti-gay. I happen to be a Republican who just happens to be gay. It's irrelevant. It's not, something that I look at as a qualification for office. I'm an American first and foremost. I don't look at labels and distinctions between people to divide us. I think we should be looking at what all unites us. And that's what today's topic is all about. These LGBT Pride festivals have become political theater. And it promotes politics and extremism that even many gay community members don't support. I want you to stick around for the viral video clip. It's my remarks on the assembly floor when the Democrats brought up the annual LGBT Pride resolution. This is one of those honorary resolutions, the whereas, and it's supposed to be, basically virtue signaling. But this year, Democrats decided to insert poison pills into this honorary resolution, endorsing all sorts of controversial policies that even LGBT community members don't support, and certainly 70% of California voters don't support. So I want to share that with you. You got to share it. When you get to that video clip at the end of this video, you are going to be appalled and you're going to want to share it with all your friends because it really exposes California Democrat politicians for the bullies that they really are. It was a level of bullying and harassment caught on tape that voters need to know about in California, and they need to decide whether they want to continue to send people like that to represent them in the state legislature. But first, before we get to the clip, let me tell you about the financial ruin that the LGBT Pride festivals are facing across the state of California. These festivals occur during the month of June in San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and then in various communities in between. And, they're parades and they say that they're to support the LGBT community. All right. All well and good. Nothing controversial. But I will tell you that all of these groups that back these parades are making money off the parades, and then they use that money throughout the year, you guessed it, to advance far left-wing candidates and political causes. We are funding the left. So it's not just that we are acknowledging community members who happen to be gay. No. You're literally funding left-wing politics with these parades. Well, now a number of sponsors are pulling out of the parades, not because they're anti-gay. I'll get to that in a minute. But here's just one story. CNBC has Meta, Facebook, is absent from San Francisco Pride this year as tech industry retreats from public support of LGBTQ. They're not retreating from public support of LGBTQ. That's not what's going on. They recognize that the content of these festivals are extreme. So, for example, in San Francisco Pride, like San Diego Pride, they don't want uniformed police officers to be in the Pride Parade. Now, I'm old enough to remember when the Pride community, the LGBT community, would be thrilled that the police department, the fire department, that the military would want to be part of the parade. It's like, oh, wow, look at the acceptance. No. Now the LGBT community says, no. You want to walk with us in the parade? No, you're a police officer. You're a bully. You're bad. And these organizations have taken anti-law enforcement positions. In San Diego, they have a performer, this Kehlani. I don't even know who Kehlani is. I'm not up on the whole, modern music. But anyway, Kehlani apparently sings songs and promotes political causes such as "Long Live the Intifada," glorifying violence, alienating the Jewish community. So a group of organizations that oppose anti-Semitism said that Pride's decision to have Kehlani as a headliner at this year's event was offensive. And so they're urging a boycott and pulling out. And a lot of companies have followed suit. One of our largest casinos in San Diego County, Harrah's, announced that they would not provide financial support this year. And that's just one of many companies that are just simply bailing on the political agenda behind these festivals. It's not that they're anti-gay. That's what the Democrats will claim. That's what the LGBT community will claim. Here's why. They are extorting money from companies by saying, if you don't give us money, you guessed it, we'll call you anti-gay. So the company's like, oh gosh, what do we do? What do we do? Now they're finally saying, okay, you can extort all you want. I know that I'll run the risk of you calling me anti-gay because no one's going to believe that, because I really don't want to be called anti-Semitic because I'm giving money to promote a festival that is containing hate speech or a festival that is against law enforcement. And so these organizations, these LGBT Pride organizations, far left groups, have brought it all on themselves. Oh, but the media is carrying the water. Several big corporate sponsors declined to participate in SF Pride this year because of Trump. Orange man bad. Bitch, please. It's because of the far left, controversial, extremist positions that would be put on display with the sponsors' money. It's that and nothing more. Now, this week, the Democrats brought this honorary resolution to the assembly floor. And you can watch the video. I actually explained what was in the resolution, very extremist policies that it was endorsing. And I actually had an opportunity to talk to my Republican colleagues, and they said, look, if you take out all that nonsense, if you get the Democrats to take that nonsense out, we'll vote yes on the resolution. Can you imagine Democrat and Republican unanimous vote in favor of an honorary resolution saying, hey, it's LGBT Pride Month, go participate, have fun. LGBT people are valued members of the community. There's no discrimination, live and let live. It's a beautiful thing. It would be a wonderful accomplishment for civil rights. It would reflect where a majority of Republicans are, a super majority of Californians are. It would be just fine. Put an end to the divisiveness. But that's not what Democrats want. They want to divide us. They want to instill fear in the gay community, and they want to marginalize and grandstand. So I want you to pay close attention. So I stand up as a gay Republican to speak on the LGBT Pride resolution, and watch carefully what they decided to do to try to silence me. Thank you, Madam Speaker. What a missed opportunity. That's the best I can say about this resolution. A missed opportunity. The worst I can say about the resolution is that it's inflammatory, it is dishonest, it is divisive, and it is a shame. I've said time and time again on this floor that I will never vote in favor of one of these honorary resolutions if it contains dishonesty, if it divides us, or if it speaks in a manner that does not reflect the views of my constituents. My constituents, the caucus I'm a member of, the Republican caucus, and all Californians, we value, we respect, we affirm our LGBT community members. That is a fact, notwithstanding some of the inflammatory rhetoric I've heard to the contrary. But that's not what this resolution does. This resolution doesn't affirm, value, and respect the LGBT community. What this resolution does is it goes much further than that to endorse very controversial and extremist policy positions, which is very unique.
Mr. DeMaio,
Mr. DeMaio,
just a moment,
Mr.
please. Just a moment. Mr. Reading Clerk, can you hold Mr. DeMaio's time? Sorry, I have a very important announcement today. Mr. Juan Carrillo, I understand it's your birthday today. Members, will you join me in wishing Mr. Carrillo a very happy birthday today? Wishing you many happy returns, Mr. Carrillo. Enjoy your day. Mr. DeMaio, you may continue.
And thank you for holding my time. So where we left off about the extremist views that are endorsed in this resolution, which includes ending girls' sports, the integrity of girls' sports, that is included in this resolution. That is not supported even by a majority of LGBT community members, let alone California voters. This resolution divides us when it should be uniting us. Can you imagine a time, and if you truly are being honest with yourself as a gay community member, if I had told you 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that there will be a time in California where Republican politicians and Democrat politicians will unanimously put a yes vote on the record, not just lay off, but put a yes vote on the record in favor of a Pride resolution, you'd say that's impossible. But my friends, we could do that here today, but you chose not to. I offered the author
Mr. DeMaio, just one moment, please. Just a moment.
Are we going to have another birthday?
Excuse me, Mr. DeMaio. Just a moment. Mr. Reading Clerk, can you hold Mr. DeMaio's time? Members, you'll have to forgive me, but on Thursday last week, I forgot it was Damon Connolly's birthday. Can you please join me in welcoming a very happy birthday for Mr. Damon Connolly? We love you, Mr. Connolly. We love you so much. Mr. DeMaio, please continue.
Look, all the interruptions don't change the fact that this resolution lets down the LGBT community. We could have achieved a historic vote today. It will be misrepresented that Republicans don't support the LGBT community. In fact, we heard that in some of the comments on this resolution. They want to, quote, disappear LGBT people. They want to enact laws to force gays into conversion therapy. These are quotes from the comments just made on this floor. They're also lies designed to instill fear in the hearts of LGBT community members at a time when this country, this state, we should be celebrating with pride, real pride, the fact that Americans, Californians, that we've achieved the embrace of the LGBT community without question. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to agree on laws like ending girls' sports or taking away parents' rights or having a standard that a foster parent has to agree to a sex change operation, which are controversial positions that unfortunately are referenced and implied in this resolution.
Mr. DeMaio, I'm going to have to interrupt you one more time. If you don't mind, sir, if you wouldn't mind waiting. Mr. Reading Clerk, can you hold his time? Members, I'm unsure if you're aware, but tomorrow is Mr. Gibson's birthday. Can you all join me in wishing Mr. Gibson a very, very happy birthday? Happy birthday, Mr. Gibson. Happy birthday. We love you. Mr. DeMaio, you have 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. Members, your decorum, please. Please continue, Mr. DeMaio.
If anyone had any questions as to whether this is political theater and circus, all you had to do is watch the interruptions for birthdays, notwithstanding the fact that we celebrate your birthdays. But I think California voters of all stripes, Democrat, Republican, and in between, understand what I'm saying today is true. This is not about affirming the LGBT community. It's about using them as a political pawn to divide us.
30 seconds.
When you had an opportunity to unite us, you chose division.
You are out of order, Mr. DeMaio. You are out of order.
We had an opportunity for a unanimous vote on a Pride resolution, which would have been quite historic, quite remarkable. And yet this majority chose to take that civil rights achievement and set it aside. I will be voting no on the contents of this resolution, not because I don't support Pride or my own community, but because I do not support division. I do not
Thank you, Mr. DeMaio.
Dishonesty. It's disgusting. You just saw that clip there. It's absolutely disgusting. Look, I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to be harassed. I'm going to continue to stand up and speak out. Speaking truth to power is uncomfortable, but I will do it for you, for all the silent majority Californians out there who are sick and tired of the divisiveness, and they just want to get back to the basic issues that really matter: cost of living, homelessness, crime, failing schools, all those things that really are at the heart and soul of what people want to see acted on and addressed by politicians in California, not this nonsense, not this bad behavior that you just saw in that clip. Look, if you want to support my fight in the legislature, if you want to stand with me, stand up to the bullies and the harassers, go to the website, reformcalifornia.org, reformcalifornia.org. Sign up at the bottom so that you get updates from our campaign, plus chip in a contribution, put fuel in the tank as we fight to restore sanity in this insane state. Until next time, I'm Carl DeMaio, Chairman of Reform California and a California state legislator. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. But before you click away, please subscribe to this channel and click that notification button so you get updated when we post new episodes. Plus, like this video and share it with your friends so that we can help spread our message across the state. Reform California with Carl DeMaio is paid for by Carl DeMaio for State Assembly.